I wonder why everybody think they don't have no consequences to answer to or no repercussions for what they do. It is for everybody else. But this how the shit burns, man. Now the whole point is, we remember the U.S. Capitol when everybody went up there and stormed it and everything else, breaking windows. You got people got killed and everything else. You got the whole argument of if Donald Trump incited a riot and everything. Yeah, we know that. In which I agree, yeah, he did. Because I'm sure if I said, yo, go down there and do this, that would be playing in my trial, just like 6ix9ine was sitting there saying it against me. And that's very true. Let alone, we can understand how when it comes to a certain area of government and things people doing, yeah, inside job like people say, but that ain't what I'm here to talk about. What I'm here to technically talk about is like, it's still funny how people think they can do stuff and don't have a consequence. Now, the whole meaning and message of the video where I'm coming from, if you see the title and everything else, people getting banned from flights, can't go places, can't do things, and they wonder why they can't. But when Al Qaeda came over and blew up the World Trade with a plane, as they say, we don't know exactly if that's what it was, but as they say, everybody was down with everything that goes with it. Yeah, no fly zone. Yep, terrorists, do this to them. Take them to Guantanamo Bay. Do that. Now, when people are acting as the terrorists within your own homeland, they think they shouldn't even have no consequences. Why do they feel that privilege? I don't get it. Why do they feel that privilege? Give me one answer. And it's not about black or white. This ain't even really about race. But I think race is a part just because race makes an easy buffer to keep confusion going between people. When in reality, it's more so about money, power. Color comes second. Because if you can separate color with money involved, then you can create a whole different circumstance for people to look at and think about. That's my thought about it. I'm sure a lot of people think the same way, but that's my thought.
I love every single one of you, but this is what they do to us. They kick me off the plane, they call me a fucking terrorist, and they want to fucking ruin my life.
Sir, please calm down. I was just Dr. Delta earlier.
I love every single one of you, but this is what they do to us. They kick me off the plane, they call me a fucking terrorist, and they want to fucking ruin my life.
Sir, please calm down. I was just Dr. Delta earlier.
Let's get this straight. Acting like a terrorist or doing terroristic shit ruins your life. Just the same if I acted like a thug and you said ruined my life. Or like when y'all said Pac had thug life on his stomach, probably ruined his life. I'm just giving y'all a little examples here. Ain't nobody ever got to swallow their own shit. We all do at times. Now he crying like a bitch. Go break and enter something.
Well, SNN
That's
has an
harder than
exclusive
crime,
video of people claiming to have been kicked off an airplane for being Trump supporters. An anonymous Manatee County resident who went to the Trump protest at the Capitol captured the scene mid-afternoon on Friday at the Reagan International Airport in Washington, D.C. The passenger kicked off the plane says it was Delta Airlines. The man in the video is saying they're kicking us off the plane for being a Trump supporter.
I said Trump 2020 and they kicked me off the plane. Wow. I said Trump 2020 and they kicked me off Delta Airlines because I said Trump 2020. And they kicked her off.
All I did was cheer. I have no money to get home.
Your freedom of speech is taken away. Your freedom of speech is taken away.
The anonymous Manatee County resident posted on Facebook saying, quote, a Delta pilot was just escorted off his flight for being a domestic terrorist because he was talking about our president. The flight attendants who spoke to the Manatee County resident said he was not allowed to fly the plane.
Now for real, I'm gonna ask y'all something. Do these red jackets look pretty familiar? Remember the last scene? The last cut, last take that was in the video? Karma ain't just Ludacris' daughter's name. Karma do exist in a little bit. I think sometimes the energy you give out, yeah, it'll come back. Not all the time. But truthfully, it can. But my whole point, man, it's like I always say, see how it work out.
This is the lady who was seen in the other video comforting the crying toddler guy who was kicked off a flight.
Freedom of speech?
They're all on the no-fly list for being radical white terrorists.
Gotta say, much love to y'all for humanity, man. That was well deserved. I mean, come on now. You can't sit around and just let people think they're gonna do what they want to do. What if you was at Burger King? You want somebody to just take your Whopper? Small example.
CNN has an exclusive video of people claiming to have been kicked off an airplane for being Trump supporters. An anonymous Manatee County resident who went to the Trump protest at the Capitol captured the scene mid-afternoon on Friday at the Reagan International Airport in Washington, D.C. The passenger kicked off the plane says it was Delta Airlines. The man in the video is saying they're kicking us off the plane for being a Trump supporter.
I said Trump 2020 and they kicked me off the plane. I said Trump 2020 and they kicked me off Delta Airlines because I said Trump 2020. And they
the true fact is, if pipe bombs was found around and you got people with guns reaching the whole capital of the United States, why don't you think you would be on the same list as a terrorist or be treated the same way? Because usually that's what they came for, to attack government.
I said Trump 2020 and they kicked me off the plane. I said Trump 2020 and they kicked me off Delta Airlines because I said Trump 2020. And they kicked her off.
Now, first of all, do y'all see what I see? He trying to help her out because he thinks she on his side. But if you notice, she just quickly said, all I did was cheer, and he did what he did and let me go. Now, is it only me or I just seen her throw him under the bus indirectly? Or maybe just carry it by herself? You know what I'm saying? So as an American, would you want anybody on a plane with you that have anything to do with inciting violence, pipe bombs, terroristic acts, and then may be against you? What if you're on a plane with a whole bunch of Trump supporters that's highly against you? How do you get help in the air? This is the whole thing you have to think about. And then at the same time, what if you were a Trump supporter and you were on the plane with a whole bunch of other supporters that was against you? Not saying I know who may be against you, but I can understand a lot of people would be, because when you bring out hate, you may get hate back. And it's very easy for that to come back. It's kind of boomerangish, you know? So the whole thing is, you can't make me feel comfortable with these people. Because technically, a lot of people that was down with them before this happened, they don't even feel comfortable with them now themselves. I bet some people don't answer their phones because they don't even want to talk now. Why would I want you on the plane with all that bullshit, all that drama? And why you don't deserve consequences? Because you affecting federal airspace and regular lives. When you find one dummy, turn his ass over, and you probably find a whole lot of them laying up under his nuts. That's y'all supporting Trump, and he getting y'all killed. Now we gonna see if he get y'all a pardon as the FBI getting y'all arrested. I wonder if y'all thought about that. But I think a lot of people don't think about their actions first. It's the same as the gangbangers y'all may talk about. It's the same as the thugs and the hoodlums in the streets y'all may talk about. It's the same as the guy standing in front of the store doing nothing you may talk about. It's the same as the guy that do a regular job, make money, work, pay all this taxes, everything like I do, that you grab your purse in front of when you see me. And the bad part about it is some of these women that grab their purse when they see me, I've had more money on me than I know they had on them. Not because I'm rich or nothing like that. It's just I could look at them at that time and know I was winning. So where are we going with this? It's not about that side really winning. When I say that side, I mean the side that I'm not on or the opposing side. It's about that side liking to make sure I lose, because if I lose, they know they're winning. Which means they don't care if they got 112 points in the game. All that matters if they got 112 and I only got 41. Because they still winning in their own head. But anyway,